Hello.
Paige, obviously things didn't go how you hoped they would go tonight, but talk about the experience. It seemed all week long it was, kind of special for you. Did any of that factor in? Were there nerves? Would anything kind of leading up to this make the performance tough for you tonight?
No, Michelle Waterson's a really good fighter. She used to be the atom weight champion of the world for Invicta, and that's a really big deal. So I know she's going to go very, very far in this sport. I knew it was going to be a big test for me. Gotta work on my jiu-jitsu, apparently, so I'm going to do that.
A couple of tough spots for you, when you've been in these headlining positions. Does it feel? I mean, because we've always wondered, did you get rushed into this position? I mean, you're so young in your career and kind of forced the spotlight. Has it feel like you've been rushed a little bit? And do you want to take maybe a step back to develop and work on those things?
No, I was meant for the spotlight, and I'm going to continue to be in the spotlight, and I will be back, and I'm going to have the belt one day. I'm 22 years old. I have a long time, so I have the best team in the world, and it's finally really come together as a perfect gym for me. So I'll be back.
Hey, Paige, you talked about this before. You have so many opportunities outside of the octagon, and you didn't really want to talk about that before the fight. But now when you look at whether it's movies, whether it's wrestling, whether it's whatever, how do you balance all these people kind of want to work with you?
I have the best team in the world. Everything's been a perfect balance. I got caught tonight. It happens. I'm not blaming any other outside factors, no matter what went on. Got caught, and it happens in this sport. It's a fight. Absolutely anything can happen, whether I had the best camp in the world or whether I had circumstances that put me back. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go out there and train hard, get better.
But not that you would blame this loss on that, but where do you see yourself going from here? I mean, are you committed to just doing this, or is there a chance we could see you doing some other stuff as well?
Yeah, I feel my opportunities are endless. I'm definitely going to be fighting for the UFC for a long time. I'm very young, no injuries, so I'm going to get back into it. But of course, if other things come up, I'm going to pursue those as well. I have a lot of passions in the world, and I'm not going to limit myself to just one thing.
And finally, you touched on that. How hard is that to do kind of both? Like if you want to do a movie for a couple of months or whatever, then come back to this. Is that a hard thing to do? You've done it before, though.
No, I've never filmed a movie before.
Well, not with the stars.
No, obviously I took a break from Dancing with the Stars and I came back and I knocked somebody out. So I'm very good at balancing my outside factors. I have the best team in the world. I'm very smart. I could have done anything I wanted to, and I chose to fight. And I'm going to continue to balance my schedule. People get caught, and I'm not gonna overthink it. I need to work on my jiu-jitsu, and that's it.
Paige, obviously tonight didn't go how you wanted, but is there a silver lining for you with having 3 of your teammates come out with wins tonight?
It feels huge. Obviously it means I need to trust the system. They have amazing wins. Hector Sandoval came out here and put on a dominant performance. Josh Emmett, another superstar in the rise, and Uriah Faber went out with a bang with his last fight. So I have the strongest team in the world, and I know that. So it's really exciting. I'm proud of my teammates. We had David Mitchell just got a big win overseas for us tonight as well. So I'll cry later. I'm just happy that I'm here.
Any thoughts on Uriah's final fight?
I actually didn't watch it. It was too hard for me, so I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. But I know he did great.
Yeah, what's next for you?
What's next? Opportunities are endless. I have a lot of big things working outside of fighting, so I'm gonna pursue those for a little while. I definitely need a vacation, so I'm planning that right now, and then straight back to work, back in the gym, getting ready for my next fight.
Paige, you kind of answered the question I had for you just now, but I guess we always ask what is next for you? What opportunities do you have, because you do have these sort of dual lives. How do you make that decision at the end of the day? I mean, ultimately it is your decision, but what do? I mean, do you sit down and you have a portfolio of here's all the entertainment options you can do, or you can jump back into fight camp? How does the process work of you picking what's next?
No, I don't really have dual lives. I just have awesome opportunities. One of which is fighting, and I have a lot of other really awesome things going on outside of this. But no, my managers balance my schedule 100%. If something's not going to work for me, they immediately just eliminate it. And then if something's a good opportunity and it works with my schedule, we take it. Like before I fought Beck, I was supposed to be in a movie, and I turned it down because it was going to mess up my fight camp. So I know how to balance my schedule very, very well. Smart girl. But no, this just came down to not preparing my jiu-jitsu, and that's it.
Do you think that there is like a magic number for you in terms of what makes sense? How many times you would fight a year? Like, did 2 feel right, or would you like to be a little more active? How many fights do you think make sense a year for you?
Absolutely depends. Depends on my schedule. It depends if I have another big opportunity like Dancing with the Stars come up. It depends on, taking injuries. If I go into a fight and get injured, now obviously you have to take time. So there's a lot of factors that play into it. I'm not hurt at all right now. So I definitely plan on going straight back into the gym, and maybe I'll fight in a few months. Maybe it'll be 6 months. Who knows? It depends on if the opportunity's right.
Paige, we've talked about the love you get from Sacramento, your adopted hometown. Can you just talk about the walk-in tonight, seeing your name on the marquee, and the love from this crowd tonight for you?
I'll definitely remember that walk to the Octagon forever. Regardless of what happened tonight, I was the main event in Sacramento. At 22 years old, this is my second main event. It felt really good, and just to have Sacramento, I felt the love tonight, and I just feel so proud and honored that I got to fight for them. Thank you.
Hi.
Congratulations on obviously a very, very impressive win for you tonight. I want to ask first about the mindset. You admitted earlier this week, as much fun as you were having and smiling, that you were actually very nervous. How did you feel as you were walking in? Because it looked like you were kind of all business.
Yeah, I had to stay focused. I had to stay concentrated, and I just had to be in the present moment. I'm coming into her hometown. The crowd was cheering like crazy, so I just had to stay focused on the task at hand.
She praised you, of course, said she needed to work on her jiu-jitsu. Did you think that the ground game and the jiu-jitsu would be where you would win this fight?
We prepared for everything because she's a very good fighter, and she's learning, and she gets better every fight. And so we wanted to make sure that we were prepared for every scenario. And so stand up, ground, against the cage, wherever the fight would have gone in the 5 rounds that we had, made sure that we were prepared for it.
You lost a lot of valuable time, of course, with the layoff. So what now? I mean, do you feel like you need to make up for that and fight more frequently, or do you want to kind of take things slow? What do you think the right plan is for you?
Whatever the UFC has planned for me, I'm in great condition. I feel amazing. The year and a half really allowed me to become comfortable in my skin and know who I am as a fighter and know that this is where I belong. And I don't need to force anything.
You mentioned it in your post-fight comments about that green comment, which like really started to take off. Was that?
Yeah.
Were you not happy with the way that I guess that comment took off?
Yeah, because I'm not one to disrespect any fighters, but I am also trying to be more outspoken and honest with myself when I answer questions. And so I didn't mean it as a disrespect. I meant it just as an honest answer coming from somebody that's been doing martial arts for 20 years, fighting professionally for 10 years, and I know that she just hasn't.
And you said you didn't want to force anything, but I would think that, you looked so good tonight, and it seems like, you're in the zone. I mean, you would want to fight again very soon. I mean,
yeah.
You're saying that doesn't exist at all for you, or it does?
It's whatever they give to me. I'm fresh, and so I'm ready to get back in there.
Is there any particular matchup that you think makes sense for you coming off of this win?
No, I'm just going to enjoy it, enjoy the victory, enjoy my family, enjoy the holidays, and get back in the gym. I have other teammates that are getting ready for fights, so I want to be there for them because they were there for me for this whole year and a half as I was trying to prepare.
Maybe I missed this a little bit earlier, but did she meet with your expectations as far as what she actually showed in the cage? When you said, she's green, she doesn't have the experience, but what was she like in the cage? Was she less tough than you thought, or did she meet your expectations?
I think that me switching to southpaw really threw her off guard, and I think she looked at me and was like, hold up, that's not what we were getting ready for. And so it just kind of screwed with her head. And that was our game plan from the beginning. It was to just, stop her momentum, and being able and going southpaw did exactly that.
Was getting to her back part of the game plan too? Did you think she was weak there with her defense?
No, she's a great scrambler. She's showed it in all her fights that she can scramble out of submissions. So we really worked hard on our jiu-jitsu chain submissions with Coach Barata, and just making sure not to get frustrated through her scrambles. And when she scrambles out of it, either getting a better position or scrambling into a new submission. And then if none of those worked, getting back up, like not wasting any time, just in the neutral position.
And did you feel her go unconscious?
I did not. But, you know, that's how you know she's a fighter, because she wasn't going to tap.
Does that give you a little bit more like respect for her, or that she didn't?
I've always had respect for her, you know, like anybody that steps into the cage and you know that they're getting ready to throw down with you, you need to have respect for.
You're going to see Master Yaya again?
Master Yaya said let her dance a little bit and then finish. so I listened. Thank you.